taller person, it's hard to fight a shorter person. So we know he's gonna be definitely frustrated. You know, he's slower. You know, his arm reach not that much longer. We just gotta wait and see it till we get in there and test the waters. But I'm for sure though that he decent and he gonna hold up for a couple rounds.
What happens when YouTube's biggest troublemaker Jake Paul steps into the ring with one of boxing's most dangerous knockout artists, Gervonta Davis? We're about to find out on November 14th, and trust me, this is going to be absolutely insane. Who will dominate this fight? Who has the better record? Can a 135-pound natural lightweight really knock out someone 60 pounds heavier? In this video, we're going to break down everything. Their fighting styles, their past victories, and most importantly, who's walking out of that ring as the winner. Originally, this massive showdown was scheduled for State Farm Arena in Atlanta. But here's where things got crazy. Georgia's Athletic Commission Chairman Rick Thompson literally called this fight the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and refused to sanction it because of the massive weight difference between the fighters. So MVP, Jake Paul's promotion company, had to pull out and find a new home. Now, the fight is happening at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida on November 14th, streaming live on Netflix. Same date, same fighters, but a completely different city. Jake El Gallo de Dorado. Paul comes in with a record of 12 wins and just 1 loss, with 7 knockouts. His only defeat came against Tommy Fury in February 2023 by split decision. Since then, he's been on a tear, recently beating Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and fighting Mike Tyson in a record-breaking Netflix event that drew over 100 million viewers.
Going to just be my reach, my size, being able to keep him away. I think there's a lot of holes in his defense that a lot of people haven't exposed before.
Gervonta Tank Davis is a completely different beast. Davis stands undefeated with an incredible 30-0-0-1 record with 28 knockouts. That's 28 knockouts out of 31 fights. He's the WBA lightweight champion and has held titles in 3 different divisions. Here's the million-dollar question. Can Gervonta Davis, a natural 135-pound lightweight, actually knock out Jake Paul, who will weigh nearly 200 pounds? This is unprecedented in boxing history. Davis has never fought anyone above 140 pounds. Jake Paul has fought as heavy as 199 pounds. To put this in perspective, that's almost a 60-pound difference. That's like a welterweight trying to knock out a cruiserweight. But here's what makes this fascinating. Davis has knocked out 28 of his 31 opponents. His power is legendary. He's dropped fighters with single body shots. The question isn't whether Davis can punch, it's whether physics will allow those punches to hurt someone that much bigger. Some experts say it's impossible. Others point to Davis's technique and precision. He doesn't just throw hard, he throws smart. He targets the liver, the solar plexus, spots where size doesn't matter as much. One perfect body shot can drop anyone, regardless of size.
Every time I fight is fireworks. Jake Paul coming in, you know, he's much bigger, he's much stronger.
The heavier gloves at 12 ounces might actually help Davis. More padding means he can take Paul's power better while still delivering his devastating shots. The 195-pound catchweight forces Paul to potentially drain himself, while Davis bulks up beyond anything he's done before. Gervonta Davis fights as a southpaw, giving him an immediate advantage since most fighters aren't used to facing left-handed opponents. His style is all about explosive power combined with incredible ring IQ. He fights off his back foot, uses the entire ring to his advantage, and delivers devastating knockout blows. Think of him as a sniper. He doesn't throw 100 punches, but when he connects, it's lights out. Davis is a master at body shots. He'll attack your midsection with brutal left hands, forcing you to drop your guard, and then BAM! A left uppercut to the head that sends you to the canvas. His defensive skills are top tier too. Jake Paul is an orthodox fighter who relies heavily on his physical advantages. At 6 feet 1 inch with a 76-inch reach, Paul towers over the 5 feet 5 inch Davis. During their press conference, the size difference was absolutely shocking. Paul has proven he has legitimate knockout power, especially against MMA fighters and older opponents. He's beaten Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley twice, Ben Askren, and Nate Diaz. But Davis is his first real test against an elite, active professional boxer in their prime. The press conferences for this fight have been absolutely wild. They held two, one in New York at the Palladium Theater on September 22nd, and another in Miami at the Kaseya Center on September 23rd.
Yeah, 100%. This is a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. You know, there's been a lot of criticism on fight a pro boxer, fight someone your age, all this stuff. And Tank has stepped up to the plate. He said it in a podcast. He said, I'm the guy. I'm the guy to beat him, for him to fight a pro boxer, for him to fight someone his own age. So here we are. This is definitely the toughest test.
Things got heated when Paul made jokes about Davis's ankle monitor from his legal troubles. Paul even brought actual clowns on stage and called Davis the Clown for his past domestic violence allegations. At the Miami press conference, Davis got so frustrated that he shoved Paul during their face-off. This fight will be 10 rounds at 3 minutes each at a catch weight of 195 pounds with 12-ounce gloves. For Jake Paul, this is make or break time. He's been in talks to fight Anthony Joshua, and losing badly to Davis could kill that opportunity. A win here would legitimize his entire boxing career. A loss might end his dream of becoming a real champion. For Gervonta Davis, this is about legacy and money. Davis has hinted at retirement and said boxing is dead. Some critics say he's chasing an easy payday instead of defending his title. But if he loses to a YouTuber, his entire legendary status would be questioned forever. November 14th at the Kaseya Center in Miami, streaming live on Netflix. Can a 135-pound knockout artist drop a 200-pound giant? The drama is real, the stakes are massive, and we're about to find out.